Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to News Dose. And Xbox and Activision's marketing campaign is really starting to light up in ways that we've rarely seen for any other video game. They just confirmed a major reveal that we will see next month at the Xbox Showcase. And we also got some really exciting news for this specific game that might have longtime fans and really even lapsed fans of the franchise very, very happy. Of course, I'm talking about the next Call of Duty, and I'm going to hold my breath saying this, but it's actually shaping up to be a higher quality release than some of the recent entries because they addressed one major problem that they've been having with this franchise. So we're going to get into all of that in here in just a moment, but do make sure to stay tuned for some PlayStation and Ubisoft updates as well. Let's get right into this. Frankly, exciting news for Call of Duty, though. Activision just confirmed the next Call of Duty will be Black Ops 6, and we will see it next month as a part of the Xbox Showcase. It's that redacted showcase that they were previously teasing, and I think a lot of us already kind of expected it to be the next Call of Duty, but it's still nice to get a confirmation at the very least. Now, it is interesting to see how they're actually doing this, though, because it's technically back-to-back showcases, similar to what Xbox did last year with Bethesda and Starfield. First, they'll have their typical showcase where they'll reveal loads and loads of new games, and then after that, the main focus will be on Black Ops 6, where we'll likely get some kind of lengthy segment. Last year was an overview of Starfield that lasted around 45 minutes long. Now, I will say, though, that Activision and Bethesda does operate differently, though, so even though they're under the Xbox umbrella now, I'm still not necessarily convinced that we'll get the exact same formula this year. I'm not sure if we're going to get a 45-minute long showcase for Call of Duty. I mean, we'll see, but to me, Activision is a little bit more likely to stagger Call of Duty information. Something that they could do is that they could first reveal single-player footage here at this showcase, and then a little bit later on, they could reveal its multiplayer. Maybe they could do something like that at this year's Gamescom. That way they can kind of have a presence there as well. But really, that's just guesswork on my part. I'm not saying it's going to happen one way or the other. My prediction, though, is that Xbox will put a big focus on Xbox Game Pass. Last week, it was leaked that Xbox plans to include Black Ops 6 as a day one Xbox Game Pass title, and that is absolutely huge news. So I think if that's true, they're going to make that loud and clear, not only with this year's Call of Duty being Black Ops 6, but I think we're also going to hear about other Call of Duty games as well, and also other Activision Blizzard games that will soon be coming to Xbox Game Pass. That will be a significant announcement for Xbox, and I do expect them to make that a primary focal point. But here's the thing. One big gripe that we've consistently heard about Call of Duty in the last so many years is that they're rushing them out too fast. If you look at something like last year's Modern Warfare 3, it suffered because of its short development time. Allegedly, Sledgehammer Games was only given 16 months to complete that game, which at one point was apparently meant to be an expansion rather than a full-fledged game, which, that would probably actually explain a lot. For Black Ops 6, though, we're not going to see that same problem. From everything that we know, Black Ops 6 has actually had a lengthier development cycle than normal. And check this out. This is coming from Treyarch's game designer, and she said that I've been playtesting this one for 2 years. Y'all aren't ready. Now, what that means is that Black Ops 6 has been playable for at least 2 years, which is longer than it took Modern Warfare 3's entire development cycle. So if anything else, I view that as a very good indication that they are taking the time to make sure that this is a quality title. It seems like they've been given a better opportunity to make the best product that they possibly can, and we'll see if that extra time actually translates to being a better game. At the very least here, though, we won't have to wait much longer to see it for ourselves because its full reveal will be next month on June 9th. You can now mark your calendars because it is 100% official. In the meantime, though, their marketing is really ramping up in ways that we rarely see for video games. They're putting posters out in the world. It's on the front post of New York Post newspapers, and no, I'm not joking about that. It's also on USA Today. I mean, you can see the pictures here, but yeah, their marketing team is really hyping up that June reveal, and who knows? This might actually be the best Call of Duty in years. It definitely seems like there is a good chance of that just considering the development time alone. Again, we'll see what happens with all this, but I think June 9th is going to be a very fun day for gamers, especially for you Xbox gamers out there. You know, if you think about it, Gears of War 6 is essentially confirmed to be there. Avowed is supposed to be there. Indiana Jones is probably going to show up. There's the next flight sim as well. There's leaks out there that says Perfect Dark might be at this event, and I'm sure there's going to be other surprises as well. And then to top everything off, of course, we'll get Call of Duty and possibly the long-awaited Activision Xbox Game Pass announcements. I mean, that seems like a very, very exciting day if you ask me. I'm very excited to see what they have in store. And really, you can kind of say that for the entire month of June. Xbox has a showcase. We're going to get this Call of Duty announcement. Nintendo's supposed to be doing something next month. PlayStation might be doing something soon as well, whether that be May or, early June. We'll see about all of that, but next month is going to be a fun month for gamers across all platforms. Let me know what you all think about this, though. Are you excited for the Black Ops 6 reveal? And also, are you excited for the Xbox showcase, just considering they are grouped together, being the first showcase with both Activision and Xbox under the same umbrella? It's still kind of crazy to think that I can technically say that Call of Duty Black Ops 6 was just announced by Xbox. Now, we also got an update from the quote-unquote Call of Duty killer, Xdefiant. I'm not exactly sure if I like that moniker just because it sets a certain expectation, but at the same time, it's clear that there is a genuine interest for this game. Ubisoft has done a great job at attracting consumers to at least try it out because, wow, look at this. According to Insider Gaming, in its first 2.5 hours, it's already reached 1 million unique players, and then in 48 hours, it's already reached 3 million unique players. Now, just for comparison's sake here, it was pointed out that Apex Legends reached 2.5 million players during the same time frame. And, we all know just how successful that game ended up being. So as long as Ubisoft can impress its audience, then yeah, it looks like they could actually have a potential hit on their hands. I know they've been looking for that hit live service game for a while now, and Xdefiant technically could be that game for them. Now, that all remains to be seen here, though, because I've heard different mixed reactions for Xdefiant, but at the same time, to be fair here, some of that could just be your typical launch issues. I do understand that there were some server issues early on, which kind of makes sense when you realize just how many people are actually playing this game right now. This is definitely something worth monitoring, though. We'll see if Ubisoft can translate this interest into long-term success, but if you've yet to try Xdefiant, it's available on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC exclusively through Ubisoft Connect. I do wish it was on Steam. I think they could have even more success if it was, but it is free to play, so maybe go check it out. Moving on here, though, another popular game this year, though more on the single-player side of things, has been Stellar Blade. Yes, it's a controversial game. We've gone over all of that already, but it is one of PlayStation 5's highest user-rated games ever made, or at least over on Metacritic. So, we know that fans are loving this game right now, and for those that are enjoying it, well, I come bearing great news. Shift Up just announced more content through a free new update that will release tomorrow on May 24th. If anything, you can't beat free, and I think especially in this case, because I feel like there's a lot of companies out there that would have probably charged for this same content. More on that here in just a moment, but this new update comes included with a new boss challenge mode. They described it by saying that the boss challenge pits you against the 19 bosses from the base game. Hone your skills, outwit your enemies, and brutalize them. So you can choose the difficulty for each boss, and you can compete for the best time, which that's actually a really cool addition for a game like this, but that's not all here. You're also going to get some quality of life improvements, and you're also going to get some new nanosuits. Now, I will include some pictures on screen here, but that's kind of the thing for me. Cosmetics in today's world are so often sold as microtransactions. Even for single-player games, you know what? Let's just use Ubisoft as an example here. Let's take Star Wars Outlaws or even the upcoming Assassin's Creed. Look at the deluxe edition for those games. They're going for like $100+, and then here you have Stellar Blade, and it's a complete game, and then on top of that, they're giving us extra content for free. Now, you tell me which practice you like better. I'll leave that up to you, but that's one of the reasons I wanted to praise this update and just bring more attention to it. I really feel like Shift Up in a lot of ways have gone against normal business practices that we so often see in the game industry, and it's honestly just kind of refreshing to see in 2024. Obviously, Stellar Blade has had a lot of success. They've already confirmed that it's exceeded expectations, and they've even teased a sequel. So clearly they're being rewarded for the decisions that they've been making, and, maybe other studios should take note of some of the things that they're currently doing. At the end of the day, though, Stellar Blade's a great game, fans are loving it, and now those same fans will get some bonus content tomorrow on May 24th. So do make sure to check that out. Anyways, though, that's going to be it for this episode, but as always, do hit that subscribe button, and until next time, peace out.